I've got a backpacking story for you. Let's talk about that.
Man Up with Mark. Mark talks about everything under the sun. You may agree with him, and again, you may not.
Okay, it's going to be a quick little story. About 25 years ago, me and my buddies, we decided we want to try backpacking.
You guys are going backpacking?
Now, at the time, we were all in our late 40s, early 50s. The four of us, myself, my buddy JR, my friend and co-worker Larry, and his brother-in-law, Tim, all got together one day and decided, you know what, we're going to go hiking. And we're going to go hiking down this trail that was called Hell's Canyon.
Nice name.
Now, this is our first attempt in backpacking. We were going to do an overnighter, hike on in, maybe do a little fishing, because where we were going, there were these three creeks that kind of converge, or creeks, depending on what part of the country you're from.
Down by the creek.
Anyway, these three creeks converge amongst each other down in this canyon called Hell's Canyon. And we were going to hike down there, do a little fishing for the day, camp out, sleep, wake up in the morning, and head back out the next morning. Easy as pie, right?
Sure.
Well, let me tell you. This is where my Man Up program name really gets it. It really earns its salt on this story. So we decided to take this hike down into this canyon. I can't remember the exact mileage going down into this canyon and coming up. It was several miles. Round trip, I think it was more than 10 miles. Maybe it was 5 miles going in and 5 miles coming back, I think, if I remember right. It's a little foggy. But we decided we were going to take this because, again, those three creeks came together kind of in a convergence, and I can't remember the name of the creeks either. I think there was Clear Creek that ran into that. See, I said creek that time. I think that was one of them. Clear Creek. I can't remember the other two. One might have been the Verde River, a portion of it. Again, I cannot remember the three waterways that came together down there. But, rumor has it that certain times of the year it was good fishing. So, hell, we decided to go.
Yeah, let's go fish, yeah.
We got ourselves some backpacks and got ourselves our provisions and loaded everything up, got our tents and our sleeping bags, and lo and behold, the morning of the hike, we all weighed in. And my backpack was probably the heaviest, about 70 pounds.
No fucking way.
Everybody else's backpack was around there, about 65 plus, but mine was the heaviest at 70 pounds. And that was because I was an idiot and decided that I wanted to take my cast iron skillet down with me to fry up those fish we were going to catch.
You are an idiot.
Also, I thought I would strap on a lightweight lawn chair, a little folding lawn chair. Nothing fancy, just something to sit on when we got down there. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. Again, This was our first attempt in backpacking anywhere in the wilderness in Arizona. So we head on down the trail.
A vast, undiscovered wilderness.
And it started out okay. And about halfway into it, kind of started climbing up this mountain. Didn't realize that there was such a climb before we would start descending down into this canyon. And that got kind of rough, especially with 70 pounds on my back. And again, most of it was a cast iron skittle and lawn chair and hell, probably 4 or 5 bottles of water. Quarts, the big quarts of water. Thinking that we need water when we go down there because we don't know how well the water is. To drink, that is. There were certain things we learned on this trip. Any rate, we make it down into the canyon. Stumble and fall a few times. Beautiful scenery. Took some great pictures. Had a great time. Me and the boys had a great time. By the time we got down into the canyon, it was well into late afternoon. And I've got to admit, by the time I got down there, I was to the point I was about ready to cry like a little 9-year-old boy.
Poor baby.
Yeah, my legs were shaking. I was sweating like a pig. The backpack felt like 150 pounds on my back. I was in tough shape. Got down there, got all offloaded, set up our camp, got our tents up, got the campfire going. I got my fishing pole out. It was a little collapsible fishing pole. And my lures, had to have my lures along with me. That added more weight to my backpack. But we got down there and tried to do some fishing. Oh, also, we did a little drinking while we were fishing.
Wow, that was really smart.
Yeah, we'd all decided that we were going to take a flask or two of our favorite alcoholic beverage with us, too. That weighed a little bit more in our backpacks. And, of course, the sleeping bag and the tent that we had, that all put some weight on it. And, it doesn't take too long to get to 70 pounds. At any rate, we do our camping, we do our fishing, we don't catch any fish. We do our drinking, and we have some fun. JR brought some cigars. That was nice. We smoked some cigars while we were down there. And, shot the shit, relaxed, went to bed that night, woke up the next morning, and oh my goodness, the bodies were sore. We were slow. In fact, we were so sore we soaked our feet and our legs in the rivers and creeks, whatever names they were. Yeah, we got in the water and soaked ourselves before we started out. And we decided that we were going to lose as much weight as possible. So I decided that I was going to sacrifice my frying pan and my lawn chair to the canyon.
Wow, that was really smart.
Leave it down there for other hikers to enjoy if they make it down there. We got rid of everything that we could get rid of. And I think my backpack was still, 50 pounds coming out. Because I still had to have water to come out of the canyon. And we trudged our way out. Going out was long and tiring, and we were very sore, and got back to our vehicles, and we pledged after that camp out, after that hike, that we were going to do something different if we were going to do this again. We were going to look into how to make things a lot lighter as far as the backpack. And we got into ultralight backpacking. That one backpack trip convinced us Yep, we're going to lighten things up. Yeah, we were stupid enough to want to do it again, even after the heat and the tiredness of our bodies and the sore muscles and all the aches and pains.
You big crybaby.
Yeah, we wanted to do it again. So we decided we were going to learn a little bit more about backpacking in the wilderness. And we did. And future backpacking trips became much easier because we learned a lot. And we figured out what to bring, what not to bring, where to hike, and where not to hike. Long story short,
too late.
The backpacking trip that we took for our first trip was a level 9 difficulty trip. And we should have figured that out before we even started. So we figured out what trips were difficult and what trips were moderate and what trips were easy, and we chose from those. We also learned that going on backpacking trips where there were natural springs or creeks that were running that were, approved for drinking, we decided that we were going to do that too. So we didn't have to carry so much water. Water is heavy. A cast iron skillet is also heavy.
I know.
But yeah, JR, Larry, Timmy, and myself learned an awful lot on that first backpacking trip. Yeah, those are good memories. All right, that's it. See ya.
If you have a question or comment, email Mark at manupwithmark.com.